Hi, happy homemakers. I did a short video the other day just to kind of get back into things. So we're getting it all done. Basically, when you're not feeling great and you're not feeling well, a lot of things can pile up. So I got in this morning and I scrubbed the presses out and washed the windows and just had a look to see what I had to get prepared. All done, kind of put in the freezer, chopped, froze, put into meals and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you a gist of what I have and what I'm going to do with it, okay? My mother's apple tree produced lots of apples. So we're going to have to do something with that. Maybe we'll do inserts for apple pies, some apple butter jam, or some fritters or applesauce for Christmas. That would be yummy. I have carrots, potatoes, broccoli. I literally only got the potatoes, or the carrots and the broccoli. I have some naners. I have some pears that didn't get eaten. So I'm going to have to think of something to do with them. I might do some pear bread and make some banana muffins and grate some carrots and chop some carrots into frozen for stews and soups. And then I have a chicken in the oven. Yummy. So that's for dinner. And then I'm going to, speaking and just holding the camera to the oven, it's not really great. But when that chicken's done, I'm going to do some roasters with it. Some carrots or whatever. Or the kids can have beans and chips and chicken, or coleslaw and chips and chicken. Just little ideas to throw out there for easy dinners. But when that is kind of gobbled up, the carcass is left. So I'm going to pull apart that carcass and then I'm going to make my really easy, tasty, not too spicy curry to go with the naan breads or the rice that you do in the tray that I did the other day. Or a few chips or little potato cubes. You could do little garlic potato cubes. That would be delicious as well. So we're going to get it all done. We are going to get it all done. I literally emptied out a drawers in there that's to go to Molly Rose's room, because her Calyx unit is falling apart. So, over the next day or two, I'm going to get it done. Now that I have half of those apples kind of chopped a little bit, I'm going to put them on the hob. I'm going to add a bit of butter, and I mean like there's water on them from me having washed them, so maybe a tablespoon of water. And then I'm going to add sugar until it's cooked, and I'm going to keep tasting until I get the right flavour of the applesauce that I like. It's bad for you, but it's also good for you because you've got apples. Right, so all these apple pieces that I've chopped up and nearly chopped my finger off, I put half a cup of sugar in, and they're boiling. Well, not boiling, like the tiniest amount of water, like a tablespoon of water, half a cup of sugar. That's kind of its own syrup. So I'm going to lower this down. I put it on high to kind of get it going, get the steam going. I'm going to put it on low now and give it about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to get my potato masher out and mash it. And then I'm going to put it into loads of jars, and I'll have applesauce for Christmas, for Easter, for presents. Makes no difference. If you find an apple tree in your local area that hasn't been picked, go pick it. These are ready to mash.
What is it?
I'm mashing my apples on the video. So they're nice and soft, mushy. So you've got like, it just smells delicious. So I'm going to mash them and this will all mash together. Nice applesauce and it's delicious with pork and stuffing and applesauce is heaven. Or just a bowl of this and custard, warm applesauce and custard is delicious. And I'm done mashing this, I'll let it cool. And then I'll put it into my little mason jars or Ziploc bags for the freezer. And yeah, I'll have that for every time I want applesauce. A little bit, I'll taste it, make sure it has enough sugar in it. Don't burden the mouth out myself. Oh, that's delicious. I think I'll have a baby bowl. I can't wait to put it into the jar, so I'm just going to have some now. I'm going to have some custard. Yum. And then I'm going to have some applesauce. I'm going to move everything over. Look at that. Oh yeah. Into the cold custard. And if you have some digestive biscuits, if you want to make it crunchy, off you go. But I'm just going to have it like that. Delish. Now that it's the next day, I was a bit lazy last night, I was too tired. Got the applesauce done and I put it in my little tiny Ziploc bags. We had a bowl of it with custard, it was delicious. And I got 4 Ziploc bags out of the applesauce. So now I left the apples in the water and some lemon juice overnight, right? So they look a little bit goldy brown. They're not black or anything. They're still good for chopping and nice and soft. So I'm going to chop these up, lace them with some sugar, maybe a bit of cinnamon. And what I did was I got some tin foil and I overlapped the tin foil on a baking tray. Now if you don't have a baking tray, you can put it in a Ziploc bag and you can put it in the freezer. But I got this little tip when I was working in the bungalow. So I'm going to put all the apple slices and the sugar in. I'm going to wrap it in the tin foil and then I'm going to take tin foil out and freeze that. So every time I want a fresh apple pie, I can just take out that piece and it's in perfect shape for my pie. There you go. So we're going to get this done and then we'll get on to my chicken curry. It's actually really mild and it's kind of like Indian, so there's a lot of vegetables and tomatoes in it and your children will absolutely love it. Your husband's boyfriend's parents, it is just one of those dishes that is edible for all. Like I sent into my husband's job and they were killing each other over it. So let's get this done and let's go. I'm not going to put you through the torture of time lapse for every single apple, right? So I've a bit done here. Pop these in the compost, or if there's horses outside, they will be given all those lovely apple butts and bits and bobs, right? So we have apple sliced and we have our double tray of tin foil, right? Now you don't want to overfill this depending on your pie tray. So what I'll do is I'm going to throw all these in. My hands are clean. And now I still have a plaster on my tongue. I nearly took my tongue off yesterday. I mean, you could do pie pockets if you wanted to. Right, so just give or take that there's enough in there. I'll chop another 2 apples in there because I've got a big pie tray. Right? And we're going to get our sugar out. Now, if you have golden sugar, it caramelizes it. So I have real normal sugar and Oh, I have brown sugar. I also have some almond flour, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to go traditional, right? And see, do I have any cinnamon? Get my scoopers out. Check my little spice press. Cinnamon, 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 cinnamon. Ginger. No, I've nutmeg. Maybe we could go Christmassy on it. I've no cinnamon. We could do nutmeg. That's Christmassy. Okay, we'll do that one. Right? So I'm going to do not even a quarter cup. It's basically a tablespoon of, no, it's actually more than a tablespoon. It's probably, it says here the 8th 30 mils, an 1/8 of a cup. So we'll sprinkle that over that. A layer of sugar. You don't even need that. So a tablespoon. And then we're going to do a tablespoon of brown sugar to give it a little bit of caramelizing. Because that's what that does. And then we're going to go with a sprinkle of nutmeg. So if you like nutmeg or cinnamon and you want to go crazy, off you go. I like the smell for the Christmassy kind of convenience. I know it's not even Halloween yet. But these pies are going in my freezer for Christmas. So I can just pull them out. I don't even have to go to the shop. They're just there and they come out of the oven and they're just delicious, right? So a little sprinkle of nutmeg or cinnamon, whatever you have. And that is it. We're gonna wrap this up because that's gonna fit perfect into pie tray when I make the pastry for a pie tray. And that is one roundy tin foil piece. And you take that tin foil piece out of your pie, pop it in the freezer. And then when you make your crusts and stuff, you can just take it from frozen, pop it in the pastry, in the oven. Done. Massive, right? So let's get all these made. That's 3 apple tarts. 1, 2, 3 for the freezer, ready to go in. 4 bags of applesauce, so that's 3 pies over the Christmas and 4 full bowls of applesauce for dinners. So I'm going to start doing the rest of this preparing stuff because I've got to use up my nailers and I have lots of veg to chop for my freezer. So I have I've got pears left, so I might do some pear muffins, banana muffins, banana bread, and make some vegetable soup out of the vegetables that are in my fridge. So let's get going. I'm going to slice up these pears. I'm after putting all the bananas that you could save, so 10 bananas in this bowl, right? So we're going to make muffins out of that. And then I'm going to 4 pears. I might be able to get about 10 pear and almond muffins out of it. Maybe raspberry and pear? No, pear and almond. That'd be nice. Little muffin tarts. So I'm going to peel these and I'm going to chop them into little tiny pieces so that I can mix it through with the batter for the muffins. Okay? And then that'll be that job done. And I will do the banana bread muffins as well. And then they can all go into the freezer or into people's houses because they can eat them all for Christmas or Halloween or whatever they want. Let's get going. Right, pears chopped up. That's another one done. And you don't have to do all the recipes one after the other. Get the stuff prepared, pop it in the fridge, you know, and then come back to it. So I've got all these pieces of pear. The bananas out, I have the apples are done. The pears that were kind of going off because nobody ate them because they weren't the conference pears. They were kind of like the low bulb pears. I don't even know the name of them. But I'm not even going to try and pressure, you know. I love food. So if it tastes good to me, I'm going to cook it. So there we go. Right, pear, chopped up nice and fine in a bowl. Right, whatever you have. Bananas are done. Now onto the vegetables to get all them done and out of the way. It means then when I have all this prepared, I can do like a recipe a day or 2 recipes in one day, and I can refrigerate it or I can freeze it, and then I can take a day off. I can take 2 days off. I can take 3 days off because I will have all that there for me and my kids and whoever comes in the door, and it's done. It's there. If I'm having a crappy day, I am going to eat the food I made. Yummy. Let's get the veg done.
If you want to, I'll get you flowers waiting around the bend. Baby, let's just pretend. I wanna stay like this forever. I wanna stay right here with you. I wanna stay right here with you. As the rest we fall until it all breaks down. But I need it so I will stay around. When you're all messed up, it's a great relief to be understood. It's a shame still waters run deep. So let us walk right into the forest, to the trees and the rising sun.
The basis to any good recipe is vegetables. So basically what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to chop in all these veggies, right? I have mushrooms, carrots, peppers, sweet peppers, onions. I have a garlic clove there actually. I'll pop that in as well. And then I have some vegetable stock, chicken stock, not a lot. You only need a little bit, and then you boil them until they're soft, and then you blend them into baby mush basically. And you can either put them in Ziploc bags and freezer them for every time you have, like if you're making shepherd's pie or you're making lasagna or anything like that that you want to mix the veg in for the kids. That'll do great. I always do that. And as well as that, you can take a portion of that out and add some chicken stock and you have soup. Homemade soup. A bit of cream. Mix it up, thicken it up. It'll just be gorgeous. So I'm going to put this on and then I'm going to blend it all up, and then I am going to add it to all my different recipes. All that veg. Yummy. Now, I cooked this chicken off yesterday. Didn't get to use it, so I just let it cool and refrigerate it, covered it in tin foil and refrigerated it because I wanted the fat to coagulate in the bottom of the tray so I can reuse the fat. So I am going to take the skin off, and then I'm going to take every piece of chicken that I can off this carcass, and we're going to make a nice roast chicken curry. We can have it with the rice if you have rice left over from the other day, or the microwavable rice. Naan breads, the garlic and coriander naan breads are delicious with this. Now I'm not even going to make, I add to a sauce. Okay, you can make your own curry, but for convenience purposes, as a mother, I'm not wanting to stand over a pot. This is to help us make our jobs a little bit easier. So the convenience of having a box of curry and adding some things to it to kind of flavour it up or to stop it from being too spicy is the convenience of money. So we'll tear this apart and then we'll make the curry sauce. Now, I have my big pot from my curry. I have a bit of chicken off that chicken. And I buy the Mayflower curry powder. Doesn't take long. And you get to keep the little tube after, which is great. So, I'm going to fill up some water. And we are going to minimise on it. It does say, what does it say on the box? I'll read the instructions. It says 460 ml of cold water. Where are we on? Where are these? Oh, these are ml. Yeah. So it's basically like a pint of water. You know. give or take. You can add it, more water to thin it out, less water to thicken it. So we're going to do that first. I don't know how to read instructions. I just have to play it by ear, or by eye, or by taste. So this is like uber thick. So I think what you should do is put 500 ml and get it to its thickness, and just keep adding the water till you get it to your consistency of what you like as a curry sauce, because you could eat that. There's eating and drinking in that. Come on. So I'm going to lower that down. I'm going to get another pint of water into that. And then, I know you're going to go, that's just fucking weird. I'm going to add a tin of chopped tomato. Watch what it does to this curry sauce. It is amazing. Like, that's uber thick now. But it's actually, oh, that's like, you could make a pie out of that. Right, Sarah, get to work. Get to work. That's basically it. Well, when I blitz the veg, I'll literally ladle, like a ladle or two into that. Kids won't know, that was veg. But we also have some chicken stock fat. So I'm going to get a nice big scoop loop of this. Look at that. Your own jelly stock pot. You just leave it in the fridge. Look. That's simple. That is going in my chicken curry. I'm going to get 2 tablespoons of that. And it's going into my chicken curry. That's a favourite. And usually what I do is, the day before I cook the chicken, I'll have a chicken dinner, roast chicken dinner, and then I'll pull the carcass apart. Then I have enough there to do some fajitas, because I didn't do a chicken dinner yesterday. I just put the chicken on because I knew I wanted curry. So stir that in. Please trust me about the tin of chopped tomato. It is heaven. Absolute heaven. So I have got mini, get these in middle. They're not killing each other over the lamb breads. Garlic and coriander. Lamb breads. You get 3 in each little pouch, there's 6 there all together. And I just put them in the oven or the air fryer for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, depending on what you're using. And they can dippy dip those. Let's see, do I have any rice? Let's make this easy. I don't have any microwavable rice. That's not good, is it? So I'll have to do a little batch of the old rice or a few chips to go with it. And that will be absolutely delish. Yummy. So as you can see, that's what's left out of the chicken carcass. I also have some of the jelly fat left. I'm going to freeze that for chicken stock. And I put fajita spices. Now you can do your own spice if you want. It's easy as the packet's only like 60 pence. So with the soup, the vegetable kind of medley that I made in the pot with lots of peppers and lots of carrots and stuff like that. I took a few spoonfuls out in a pot. Added the fajita mix. I'm going to squeeze a tablespoon or 2 of tomato puree into that to thicken it up. And then I'm going to add the chicken cold, right? Because I refrigerated it to get the fat off it because it's just so tasty. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some cheese in and I'm going to put them in some wraps. And then I'm going to put them in a tray. And if you want to add some real peppers or or mushrooms or whatever you want with it. These are just handy little snack dinners for days where it's really busy. So that's 2 full dinners that I've made out of 1 chicken, you know. So this is going to be tasty, yummy. So you're in my messy, spooky kitchen at the moment because it's Thursday. So I went and got a few bits with my sister this morning in John's. So I'm basically, my camera's all lopsided, sorry. I have it the other way around, my phone is charging. That's just mom life, isn't it? So I have these beautiful knives my neighbour gave me, and what happens when you get new knives? You cut the crap out of yourself. So I'm just going to chop all these up. Chicken, the chicken fat, you know, pull it apart. Don't be afraid. If you don't like gunky stuff, get a pair of gloves or marigolds or whatever, and just chop it up. And use your hands. Now, I washed my hands thoroughly about 50,000 times because I don't like that, the greasy feeling, you know. But I am choppity chop. Yeah, and we're going to add that into the beautiful sauce. Right. So because we've added the spices to the soup mix, well, vegetable medley, it's a little bit thicker. So I'm going to add the chicken straight into this. It smells delicious. And I could not be arsed like mixing all these spices together on shopping day. There is no way. Don't get me wrong, I would love a takeaway, but it would kill me having to spend my takeaway money on a Thursday and not do it on a Saturday or a Sunday evening. You know, if you go out for your few drinky poopers as you do. So we're just going to add this chicken. You see, all this stuff is cold. When you make this up, you can freeze it. You can refrigerate it. But because I made this chicken yesterday, the day before, not yesterday, the day before. I made it the day before that kind of evening. So we're going to mix all that together. If you want, you can go crazy, add a bit of cream cheese. Actually, come here, everybody loves a bit of cream cheese. I have this one. Hang on, then I get it. Red pepper and chili. Spicy cream cheese. Our Lidl's, right? I'm going to put a dollop of that in. Even though there's fajita mix in it. But, look. Oh, it must be that spicy. It's like an orangey colour, like a peachy colour. Get a spoon of yogurt. And I'd say, if you like cream cheese. In you go. And give it a nice whisk. Storage. Actually, I'll take the whisk out. My sink is full. You can hear the water when I slap the whisk in. And we're going to add a bit of cheese to this mix. You can put cheese on top of it if you want. It kind of just stores in really great with this, actually. Let's see. Sarah always has cheese. I got some cheese. This is, look at this. This is a sweet tub. My husband got a few lunch tubs out of the job, right? Don't tell anybody, right? And then he says, we're just sitting there for ages. Why don't you have them? And he brought me home this. He told me the lunch. Someone must have brought their lunch in it. So, I just, when you open the bags of cheese, when your kids open the bag of cheese and it goes, yeah, literally. So you have to find somewhere to put the cheese, or else the cheese goes weird, especially if it's grated in the bag, because it has like a flour substance on it or whatever. So I'm just going to add, I like cheese, right? I'm probably going to turn into a block of cheese. And mix it up. I know it looks weird, but I believe you me, when you add this to your little wrap, you could do easy ones. You could heat it up, you could toast it on a pan, or you can just do like Sarah Get yourself some cheap little pounds out of pound shop and make them up. And do one at a time in the oven or the air fryer, and then put the rest in the freezer. So you have ready to go wraps, right? I always get loads of wraps and noodles and anyhow. So I'm going to start wrapping all these up. And then, do you know what I'm going to have it with? When I heat that up, I'm going to get myself a nice salad. I have lovely, this peppered little salad bits. I've also got iceberg lettuce, I have a few onions here, and I have a gorgeous, salad dressing. Wait till you taste this one. I know you can't taste it, but you have to. This is my favourite, right? And little soya, chili and ginger salad dressing. It's my new favourite thing. Oh my gosh. Even in the winter, like you think you'd just be shoveling cakes in your pie hole, but I have to say now, this does the job up, right? So I'm going to wrap these up, and then I'm going to make a nice little salad for myself.
Another season we leave behind, another story.
Right, that was simple dinner for this evening. And pop them in the oven. Give them about half an hour. You can cover them for 20 minutes and then take the tin foil off them then and let them on a high heat for another 10 minutes so you get that crispy. But what will happen is the sauce will take over the wrap and it will come out of the wraps and it will cover all of this. And you've already your cheese on the inside, so you can cut it up like a little pie, you know. Have it individually, have it with a bit of salad, have it with a bit of guacamole. You know, guacamole's not that bad. For years I thought, what the hell is that? You know, but now I enjoy it. I can't eat it on its own, but I enjoy it with other amenities. So I'm going to leave these in the oven. And they'll go on 180 to 200, depending on the temperature. I mean, everybody kind of knows their own temperature in their oven. For about half an hour. And then with the tin foil on, obviously, and then take it off and let it crispy up there for about 5 minutes so the top of it goes all bubbly. That's dinner done for this evening, because I couldn't be arsed making it when I came home from shopping and picking up the kids at school and the whole lot. So there you go. So the method of my video today is to gather up all your bits and bobs. Don't waste anything. You know, if you think that it looks like it's going off, smell it. Text me if you can't figure out what to do for dinner and you're like, I have this here and gone throw it in the bins there. What am I going to do with it? I'll tell you what to do with it. Just give me a message and I'll help you. You know? I mean, what I got done in the past 2 days was amazing. I'm delighted with my life. I have 3 apple pies for over the Christmas. I have 4 bags of applesauce. I have lots of vegetables chopped up. I have soup. You can also turn it into soup. I have literally got bags of vegetable medley for different recipes. Lasagna, shepherd's pies, frittatas, enchiladas, Mexican dishes. It's literally there, so I'm going to put it in Ziploc bags. Perfect. I also have jelly stock pots, right? Not done yet. They're all going to be done today. Like, I know. See the fat? Wibble, wobble, wibble, wobble. Yes. That is getting frozen, because then I can pop that into a stir-fry, chicken stir-fry. Just curry. Gorgeous. You know, you can fry things off with it. You can add it to soups just to flavour the soups. Fantastic. You know, so we got lots done today. I got 2 dinners out of a chicken, you know, and I'm going to sit in my bum now, have a coffee, and me fag, and be happy. So, if you need help or advice on how to spread your food, veggies is the way to go. The kids, they know no different. Don't waste anything.